What's going on, guys? So it's been a really weird week for me. My computer almost died, and I got an Uzi gameplay where I get 53 kills and 2 deaths, which is unheard of. But kind of fitting for the week I've had. As you can see, my computer, the adapter broke on it, and I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to do videos for a while because if you don't know, MacBook adapters are expensive. They're like 80 bucks. So I was not expecting to be able to play and render and do all that crap. But luckily, I was able to fix my old adapter for the time being. I kind of rigged it up and resoldered the wires and got it running again, which is lucky because I was going to have to wait a week to get an off-brand replacement adapter. So I was really fortunate that I was able to fix that. So that allowed me to get this video out to you guys because I've been sitting on this video for a while. I got it at the beginning of the last week, and like I said, it's been a really weird week for me. There's a lot of things that are going different in my life right now, so I don't know. But the first thing that happened is I went outside yesterday, and it was completely green out. It looked like it was about to be a tornado because I had to run a few errands, and then I get out there and it just starts hailing. And look at the size of this hail. I mean, it was like the size of marbles, and it was just ridiculous because I don't know, a lot of people might not have ever been in a hailstorm. I mean, I know it's not like a rare occurrence or anything, but in the Midwest we get hail quite often, especially early in the spring because the warm air blows the ice back up into the cooler atmosphere, and it kind of just coats the rain, and it starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and finally it's too heavy for the wind to hold, and it becomes hail. So there's a nice little meteorology lesson for you guys. But yeah, so this hail's coming down, coming down, coming down, and I'm really nervous to go anywhere because I think it's, if you've never been in a hailstorm, it's kind of scary sounding because it sounds like someone's throwing rocks at you. And so I get hit in the head a couple times, and finally I'm like, I'm not gonna drive in this. Not really feeling the uh, I don't know. I was just nervous that it would cause more damage to my car, but luckily my car did not get damaged. I know a few people around the block got some bigger hail that hit their car and actually caused some dents, which is unfortunate because I've been in some really scary weather situations before. Like I've been in a tornado before when I was younger. We had one, and actually, if you follow the news, a tornado actually just went through St. Louis. I guess the day before this actually happened to me. So if you're curious about that, Google St. Louis Airport tornado, and it ripped like part of the terminal outside off. So it was pretty big and kind of scary. I'm glad I wasn't over there. Usually the tornadoes happen on this side of the river though because it's a little bit flatter. But Missouri did get a tornado, which was kind of crazy. Usually Illinois, the Illinois side is the side that gets the crazy weather. But yeah, other than the crazy weather, another big change in my life is I was at a job interview yesterday, and um, I wasn't aware that well, this is a job that isn't really going to be like a long-term future kind of job. It's more of like a tide me over for the summer job, basically doing it just to save up some money and have a little bit more financial leeway when it comes to when it comes to like being able to move somewhere else. So I decided I'd take this for a little while, and it'll be an alright job. It's gonna be a super easy job. It's basically sitting around and counting bullets. It's a lot of data entry kind of stuff, and just like quality control, which I can't really say that I went to college for that, but whatever. I'll do what I have to do at the time being. But yeah, I didn't realize, like, I got there and I was doing the interview and everything was fine. Like, I'd already gotten the job and I had to go to medical, and I was not aware that I was going to have to, go into medical. And when I get there, I'm like, man, I wonder what they're going to have me do. And then I asked the lady, I was like, yeah, can I go to the bathroom? So I go to the bathroom and I get back out, and she's like, all right, I'm going to need a urine sample. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, you couldn't have told me that before I went to the bathroom? And so, needless to say, I didn't have much in the tank to give this lady. So she brings me a glass of water, and it's a huge glass of water, and she tells me this is the only glass I can have because apparently if you drink too much, it'll dilute the sample, and it won't be able to actually test for drugs and stuff. So if you ever need to pass the drug test, drink a lot of water beforehand. Drink like drink like a half gallon of water, and you should be good to go. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I can't say that I'm really experienced in drug testing because I've never had one. This is my first one. So I drink this water, and I'm sitting here. 15 minutes pass, and finally she's like, well, I'm going to need you to do this. We're running out of time, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh. So I'm under pressure at this point. So I go into the bathroom, I'm able to squeeze out just a little bitty bit, and I'm like, oh. So I have to keep going, and finally she had drawn this line on the cup, and you had to fill it up to the line. I get like a millimeter below the line, and I mean this was like a long effort to try to even get to that point. Luckily for me though, she accepted it because you have to have enough for an A and a B sample in case one goes wrong. And if you've never done like random drug testing on the job like this, it's kind of like it's so high like security. Like she makes you sign it, put the tamper evident label on it, and tape like this crazy tamper proof tape on it, and then you have to put it in the bag and seal it. I guess that's to show that she didn't tamper with the results. That way you can't blame her later when something goes wrong, which I found pretty amusing. That it was so like I don't know. I felt like it was like we were doing like a high uh, security money transfer or something because I had to put it in the bag, and then she had to like I had to put it in a second bag and like hand it to her, and she signed her name to it, then I signed my name, and it was like this big briefcase exchange kind of thing, except it was with a urine sample, as gross as that may sound. But the funny thing about the whole thing is like the bathroom I had to do the test in, it had no running water in there. That's because they don't want you to, I guess, put water in your solution and kind of dilute it. And the toilet in there had like it was filled up to like the brim, and it had blue solution in it, so the toilet didn't flush either. So I think the reason why they had the blue solution is so you didn't try to like dip into the toilet and put some water in it, which I thought was kind of funny. So I mean, obviously, if you put that in your thing, it would turn everything blue or green. I guess yellow plus blue equals like a green. So I guess it would turn it green, as gross as this commentary might be. But luckily, I was able to pass my test and get enough for her to do her thing with. So that's cool, and got the job and whatnot. So it'll be an interesting experience to say the least. It's funny. I'll tell you guys in a future commentary what I'll actually be doing, because it's kind of funny. It actually kind of relates to guns and Call of Duty type thing, because it does involve bullets. I won't say what company it is, but if you're pretty adept with getting on the internet, you could probably figure it out. But anyways, this commentary is coming to an end because the gameplay is running out. This was an absolute destruction with the Uzi. I went 53-2. Yep. And probably one of my best Uzi games ever. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Peace.